Ciao ragazzi, we are the Måneskin MåMås, a tribe of women from across the USA brought together by the glory of Måneskin, and we are here to talk about our deepest Moonlight confessions. Come on in.
Hi, this is Sandra. I'm from New York, and today I am drinking Prosecco. Big surprise. I have a bottle of Piazza San Marco Prosecco Brut. I prefer Brut. I do not like dry or extra dry. And since we're talking about tattoos today, I will tell you that I do not have any ink on my body whatsoever. But let's find out about my co-hosts.
Absolutely. Hi, ciao, y'all. This is Della from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. And today I'm drinking a new one, a Stella Rosa. It's called the Love Series. And I was drawn to it because it was just this rainbow of hearts in the beautiful bottle. Never had it before, and I do enjoy it. It's from Treviso, but bottled in the U.S. Like you, Sandra, I do prefer a Brut. This one is nice. It's easy, lots of bubbles, goes down smooth, and I love it. And I do have a tattoo, one singular on my back, right under my neck. It is a kind of like a cross, a fancy cross with my family initial of O in the middle of it. And I do want more tattoos. I'm going to be very picky about what I'm going to do and where.
Nice. All right. Ciao. I am Kathy. I am from Long Island, New York as well. I am not drinking Prosecco. I am drinking coffee today. But when I do drink Prosecco, it is almost always Ruffino. I don't sometimes want to think about it. I just want to get it. And absolutely Brut. I don't know why they even make other things besides Brut. It is the best. Okay, so as far as tattoos go, I am a fan. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of them on my body. I am a huge fan of them on other people's. I'm an artist. I have a BFA and an MFA. So tattoos mean a lot to me. I have quite a few on both my ankles, on my forearm. My one arm is covered in florals that I love and the names and initials of people who meant a lot to me, including my mother. And she's surrounded by lilacs, which were her favorite flowers. I have two sunflowers that represent my two sons. And I have a huge dragonfly that landed on my arm one day when I was thinking about my mom. So I said, I want to tattoo him up there. Then I got a bunch of tropical flowers, and as I was getting the tropical flowers tattoo, I was on my phone, of course, just scrolling, and I found out that Eddie Van Halen passed away. So my tattoo artist and myself, we started crying. It was very, very emotional. So I got EVH tattooed right in the middle of the flowers. Okay, it means a lot to me, and I still get choked up about it. I also have a huge tattoo of my favorite bridge in the world, the Robert Moses Bridge, which is part of my childhood, which takes me to the ocean on one end and to the Jones Beach Theater on the other end where I grew up. So I love that one. I custom myself. I also have on my bicep the same tattoo that Frank N. Furter has in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I love it.
Okay, it's a heart. It's got a stab through it, and it says boss. So that's my favorite one, and everybody seems to react to that one. And then on my left ankle, I have a scuba diving girl, kind of looks like myself, that's turning into a mermaid, which is basically what I am, a scuba diving mermaid. And on my other ankle, blah, 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 I have a palm tree and some more florals. I recently became a little under the weather where I was not permitted to get any tattoos, but my next tattoo will be for my grandson, Frankie. Big, with some Italian flags or definitely lemons, because Positano was a big part of when he was born and we were all away, and he's just amazing. I'm his nanny. So yeah, that's my next tattoo once the doctor says it's a-okay. But as far as Damiano's tattoos...
Right.
Wow.
I mean, Kathy, with all these cattoos, that was a tattoo, get it?
That's
A tattoo. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your perspective on Damiano's tattoos. Also curious why you have not yet gotten a Måneskin tattoo, because the way you've given us a backstory for all your tattoos, it's obvious that you need that.
Yes.
But and I love how there's a story behind all of them and very thoughtful, and they all mean something. And as someone who does not have tattoos, I just don't have a relationship with them. So when I look at Damiano and I look at his body, I can't really follow the theme. I can't understand what's going on and what the significance of all of that is. So
I don't think he has.
What can you tell us?
I don't think he has any rhyme or reason. I mean, there are a few tattoos, the one with his mom, the flower, and his dad on the other side, and obviously El Ballo de la Vida, we know about that one. And then, the heart with the snake.
But what does that mean, the heart with the snake? And
I'm not sure,
what's with
but
the animals?
I have a poster of that, and I'm going to have to look that up, but it looks familiar to me in some way.
Well, didn't he get the dragon one in Japan?
Yes, he got the dragon one on one. Every time he likes Japan, but there's those anime girls that go over his nips. I don't find them attractive.
And why are
at all.
those thinner? Why is the font or the ink on that a little bit thinner than the rest of it? Is that a technique?
It is a technique. Some people like to have everything the same shadow, same shade, same hue, same saturation. All his tattoos are different. Look at that giant thing on his arm. I mean, it's practically all black.
Yeah.
The two cats. There's a style that's an anime type situation, and my son actually described that to me with the two girls. Those are total anime. The one on his arm is anime. He's into this whole Japanese thing.
Yeah.
The dragons are spectacular.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're great. I do enjoy a tattoo that is artfully done. Some of those, it looks like he tattooed himself when he was 17 or 18 years old. I mean, we know he did, but then the one on his back, all the new ones whatever that, we wrote that on our
It's like a lightning strike almost? What?
No, but the tattoo artist in Milan actually, where he got all those tribal things all over his body, on his hands, his fingers, and then the giant one on his back that covers up the original Ma tattoo.
And here we are.
That made me cry. And
here we are.
We are.
There's been a lot of dialogue and controversy about that. Della, what do you think?
Yeah, I met a very lovely gentleman from Milan on Facebook. Shout out to Andrea, in case he's listening. But we connected on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. He noticed right away our post as mamas and my posts in some of the major fan group Facebook groups. And he's like, you guys seem to be everywhere. They are. And so I had to give him the history and I had to give him the rundown. And we've been chatting back and forth. And he feels very strongly, from being from Italy, like we do here, that Ma tattoo represented their bond as not only a band, but as their family with each other. They've got this strong bond, the four of them. And all of us, I think, felt that and saw that. And I know Thomas has his on his thigh. I can't think of the position of where Ethan and Vic have theirs at. Do y'all know?
Ethan's is on the back of his leg somewhere, and that was like his only tattoo.
Right.
That was his first tattoo.
So
where is Vic's?
Yeah, it meant so much.
I don't know where Vic's is. I can't believe I didn't do that research before I jumped into this conversation. But anyway, I feel very strongly that whether he was trying to incorporate that tattoo into what Kathy was just describing, this whole tribal theme, I just really felt like he's covering up this symbol of what they are as a band, and that frankly makes me worried.
Makes me sad, so sad and so worried.
Yeah, it's and certainly during this period of silence from the band, we're just more sensitive to these things. Are we just like clinging to them and analyzing them more thoroughly because we have nothing else? Kind of like the instinct, right? There are some that say that he's expanding the Ma. Like now he's merged it with something else. So is he merging his two worlds? Because there is a psychology behind tattoos. Because as the non-ink person here, I just approached it from a very okay, let me understand the psychology of tattoos. And sometimes people get them, from what I'm reading, is to take back their power and to take back something that, maybe identity or something. So is this fame? Because the more famous he got, the more people demanded him. I mean, we watched this journey. We saw the skinny kid at Hammerstein with maybe a handful of tattoos that were visible us. And then it became fast and furious. Remember, he was always saying his mama was going to cry. And was it a barrier? Was it some sort of psychological barrier between him and the person on stage. I don't know. I am not a therapist.
Wow, that's a lot,
great.
Sandra, I gotta say. That's a lot. I never realized that there was actual research into why people get tattoos. I get them because they're pretty. I would never get just a plain black one, although the one on my wrist is plain black, only because it's a bridge, but I think I take them as art. I don't take them as control. I don't feel like I need to do anything. To me, it's art, and I just love the way it looks. Mine are colorful. I mean, I don't have anything that's
Oh, it's beautiful,
boring.
Kathy. That's gorgeous.
It is
Very
thank you.
pretty. Maybe,
It is.
you'll let us post pictures of your tattoos on our Instagram.
Absolutely. I've posted them a lot on my TikTok. I have me and Frankie next to each other. Here's my Frankie girls. I know you guys can't see it, but my girls can. Okay.
Oh, Frankie.
No, that's Frankenfurter, which is funny
Frankenfurter.
because I loved Rocky Horror way before my grandson was born. Obviously, I was in high
Okay,
school.
that's
But
right.
then-
You haven't gotten the grandson tattoo yet.
No, that's going to be here with my family, my people.
But
But
when,
the funny thing is, when I first met Damiano, through instant, social media, he reminded me so much of Frankenfurter.
absolutely.
From Rocky Horror.
Oh, my
with
God.
the drag. And I was like, because I find Frankenfurter so freaking sexy. I love Tim Curry.
I love them.
I just find him so sexy.
Well,
The
here's
whole-
a
when
transition into...
Listen, sweet transvestite. Oh
my God.
Oh, Della, you're getting it. It is just, to me, the ultimate. So Damiano, now with the makeup and the cod piece.
Absolutely.
I was like,
Oh,
holy
stop.
crap. This is like...
Is it getting hot in here?
Worlds collide, right? Worlds collide.
Absolutely.
Worlds have
100%.
worlds have been colliding since day one with Måneskin. But
So,
yeah,
so
that,
I don't have horror connection isn't there for me, but you all know that I love androgyny, and I'm, I came of age in the 80s, and androgynous men were the biggest turn
Right.
on to me personally at the time. So to see this come
100%.
through, and it just stopped me. I mean, a lot of things stopped me, and I miss that. I miss the androgynous dress.
So do I, absolutely.
I don't really, it's a little too, he
Tough.
always has elegance and swagger, but sometimes it's just a little like your average rock star, and he is most certainly not your average rock star, and he needs to be showcased like a fine statue.
Well,
but has he changed his own opinions? about
Wait,
this?
what is Della saying?
well, I was going to say, elegance and swagger. I mean, he showcased that in his Maserati commercial. But finish, Kathy. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just thinking, has he changed his opinion? Because he's always been love is love, and kissing Thomas and Ethan, and just thinking people should love each other. And I don't see that in him anymore. I mean, I see a beautiful, beautiful Italian man. He's dressed beautifully with a swagger and the gorgeousness. But he's changed, in my opinion.
No,
Does
I
he-
disagree. I don't think it's a change. I don't think it's a change on the inside. And then we're going to jump into the car. I
jump into the car.
I want to jump into the car too. Make room, maybe.
Just be careful of the stick shift, ladies.
That's what I'm open
this
for.
Okay, wait up. Was this intentional? Was this direction from the record label, or someone, as they were going to conquer the American audience, this more mainstream, conservative, less open than, say, Europe, even though we know the fans that go to the concerts are expressing themselves, but they toned it down when they went down. And I miss the days when you'd interview them and they, say, like, what would you say to somebody who's homophobic? And,
Right.
and everyone's like, fuck off,
you.
you
Right.
know? I think that's still there. They're just keeping it on the down low a little bit. I don't know why, but maybe a conversation for another day.
I think that you actually hit the nail on the head right there. It came to me briefly, but you just said it. I think this whole thing right now, with them being so secretive and keeping them such a low profile, and it's all about Vic right now. I think that might be a management ploy, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I think maybe their management has said, "Listen, you guys have been in everybody's faces for so long. If you want staying power, like pull back, just do the festivals." I mean, they're not even advertising their festivals.
They're not.
Right, they're not promoting.
No,
They're making us hungry.
somebody else is. Right, so that might be a ploy, a tactic.
Ooh.
It could be. I mean, why else? Always wanted to be his whole life as a rock star, and I have a feeling that I would feel better if I knew it was a ploy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would thinking if it was just a strategy. Okay, they were so saturated in 23. now they've taken the step backwards. We're all getting hungrier and hungrier. Like the minute they drop new material or give us anything to chew on, we're going to be like rabid animals.
Like the Maserati commercial. I'm a rabid animal with the Maserati commercial.
Della, let's talk Maserati.
Hey, man.
Oh my goodness. Well, we knew that was happening, right? So somehow, probably from all of us following, we knew he was in Milan. That was around after the commercial shoot was when they posted all those pictures of him and Dove with the bodyguards. And I believe we touched on that in episode 1, the whole bodyguard thing, if I'm not mistaken. So we knew this was coming, but oh my, and I say this all the time, oh my gatos. That was like, fan yourself.
Lordy.
That was hot. He was hot, and again,
it was the most incredible thing.
So far away from Frankenfurter, right? I mean, I understand, Kathy. I picture him. I know exactly which stage outfit he's in when you're comparing him to
black
Frankenfurter.
shirt tied. Yes, yep.
But now he's in these high-waisted pants with this silk top and the coat.
He looks like every uncle I've ever had right now. I'm telling you, he looks like my cousins. He looks like my uncles from Sicily. But
my cousin Damiano, Zio Damiano.
But the high-waisted pants, oh my God.
Kissing cousins.
The gorgeousness. I just think, you know what was wild though? The way he said Italians. It sounded so American.
He
used to say
Did he say Italians?
No, he said usually it's
Italian.
He usually says Italians. It's like he's losing his accent. That was weird, but go ahead, Della, go ahead.
No. I'm listening. I'm intrigued by what you're saying. I totally agree. He's definitely, I mean, he's spending time here. He's still in the U.S. as far as we know. He's still in Los Angeles. Him and Dove are keeping a low profile. His English has always been very good as far as we know, but we also know what his mom was a flight attendant, or both of them were, both parents.
They both were.
So he's traveled the world. He knows English very well, at least, and probably, I mean, obviously Spanish too, but no, I can hear what you're referring to, Kathy, he said Italian. And
yeah, I was like, what? I was shocked. I was surprised that the Maserati people allowed that, because the whole thing was like, what it's like to be an Italian, have the passion for life and turning everything on, including all the American women. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like they would want him to be more Italian and say Italian.
Did they shoot it in Italian as well, I wonder? Is there an Italian version of this commercial?
Oh, what an interesting question. I would hope there is, because that one was very universal. And it's like that copy that he read. It was like written like, we know there was double meaning. All of us listening to that were like reading 2 and 3 levels into that and taking away like boom, passion on.
Right. You know what I love? The way he said, why do they like the way that we look, or the way that we act, or the way we live?
And he goes like
I was
this.
like, that's it. The way we live.
Yes. We need a sound bite of that.
Yeah.
And play it over and over again.
Yep.
I just need a bite of it.
Yeah, it was quite incredible.
So I think I think the Maserati people made a brilliant choice with that one, because he looks so very good in a suit. And when he was with Georgia, you would see him in a suit more often, because he would accompany her to her for the cause,
activism things,
for activism things. And even Thomas, like, when they came back from Eurovision and they were off the air, they traveled in suits. I mean, they clean up nice. Now, Thomas actually he's a throwback a little bit. He likes the suits and the retro stuff. And he's got that lanky physique, and he wears it well. And Ethan too, they all clean up so nice and look so beautiful when they're put together. So why is our boy Damiano walking around in like
those giant jean pants with the rips up, because she had them on. They both had the same thing on.
Speaking of, remember her tattoos that match his as well.
Oh yeah,
we need to clarify that we had the wrong.
Here it is. I actually have
thing.
What
disclaimer, Kathy?
What?
Yes. First of all, I found the kind of coffee that I want. It's called Café Bourbon, and it's the Amalfi version of it. So I just ordered it, so we'll see.
So you'll tell us next time.
Yes. She got her tattoo, which I thought she got it at the same place he did. She did not. She just got Cameron's latest to date was done by Huang Yongxiup. I don't know if I'm saying that right. At Drag Ink Parlor, Bang Bang in New York City.
And it just happened to match?
She got that giant one she got on the back, said this ink joins a few smaller back tattoos, including the word Alchemical, which is her album. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she got it by a Japanese man, I'm assuming, at drag_ink at Parlor Bang Bang Tattoo in New York City.
Did it say when?
So
interesting.
It doesn't say when. No, this is quite an interesting article, and there's some interviews with her, which made me, I want to say, tolerate her more.
I think we're all tolerating her.
It's interesting that you say that because I think I like Dove as the person. I like, her confidence and how she asserts herself. I just don't know if I like her with Damiano.
Oh, no. Of course not.
Are we going to like anybody with Damiano? I mean, did we really love Gio when they were together? I love Gio now.
I like them together.
Yes.
They look so beautiful
They
together.
looked
I just think they were more natural together.
Absolutely. They were gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. So we spent so much time talking about Damiano. As we know, this is a quartet. There are 4 members of this band and we must be equitable or try to be equitable.
Why must we be equitable?
Because I'm your voice of reason.
I know.
You are.
I love them all, but all right.
No,
so anyway,
Damiano gives us more food. And after Damiano's tattoos, certainly Vic with her DJing is something that we can spend a little time talking about, particularly since a few of us were able to go down to Miami and catch her U.S. DJ debut.
That was awesome.
Which was awesome. I mean, she is sweet as ever. We were in the VIP lounge, so we were from the side and watching her. And if you follow her Instagram, you might notice that we sent her a congratulatory bottle of champagne.
The best bottle of champagne ever.
Let's hear the
best
story.
Bottle of champagne.
I want to hear the story.
Oh, do you really want to hear the story? Oh my gosh.
In a nutshell. I heard a little bit.
You want the confession?
This is a confession.
Are we up for the confession?
Are we going to really put this out here for everyone to hear and for
what kind of fools we were? Let's just say, sometimes the vision fails you and you don't see all the zeros at a certain price tag.
I have contacts now. I have contacts.
All right, that's good. That was very well said. Very well diplomatically put.
Okay. I blame my age. I've never ordered bottle service before. I was with my mamas and a young individual, a mama's son in his late 20s.
Is he Japanese?
I was trusting also for directions.
He's a mama son?
The mama son?
A mama son. Mama son. I don't know why I think of the Michael Jackson song now.
Mama say,
mama makusa. Actually, he's saying something there.
He is.
He's actually saying some actual words.
He is.
Well, I've never known what those
something
words
about
are.
vegetables.
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop or something.
No.
Did you say vegetables?
Oh.
It's
Mama, I'm not going to stop.
No, he's saying mama say mama makusa, but it's translated to something about, because remember he says, I'm a vegetable, you're a vegetable, I'm a vegetable. You remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Read on it. Anyway,
all right,
back to our faux pas. But it was worth it.
Okay. It was worth it. So we bottle service in general, if you've never done it, and this was my first time doing bottle service. I don't know if Della, if you have.
My first time. No.
So we know it's an overpriced bottle of alcohol. Okay. The markup on the champagne was astronomical, and we did not read it clearly enough. So we sent over a very, very expensive bottle of champagne to Vic. We put our lovely little label on it. The guy, the bartender, whatever, did a little dance, brought it over to her. She sent us kisses and made little heart symbols. It was all wonderful, but it was pricey.
Right. It was like a $20 bottle of champagne that cost you how much?
Oh.
Well, maybe it was like I was at the liquor store buying my Prosecco
Moet,
yesterday.
right?
It's like a minimum 60 US price champagne bottle that was it's not a $20 bottle.
Okay,
Moet,
so it was a better.
It's a little more expensive, but still, you know what? Where they say alcohol in the US tends to be maybe 300% more. This was way more than 300% more.
Oh, fuck!
Plus there was tax, plus gratuity.
Oh
Why?
my God!
Why am I paying gratuity?
I mean, the dude should have stripped for us.
20%.
Well,
absolutely.
He did that little dance.
He did a dance, but we needed to see more for that.
We did a dance, and we were. Great. It was a comedy of errors because nobody could read the price clearly. We were taking each other's like I'm at the cash, with the hostess paying for it, and everyone else is looking at me like, oh yeah,
get it, order it, get it.
So I'm not going to be the person that says, no, what are you, crazy? I'm like, okay, I guess everyone wants to do something a little crazy and
listen, you got a great story for the ages out of it. That's for
sure. Absolutely have a great story there, and
Vic, as far as we know, Vic and AKA Sports. As far as we know, they each drank at least a glass. And we did our best to try to get that bottle back. I'll admit.
We
Oh my
absolutely
God,
did.
that is great.
At least to
We
finish
were
the
trying
bottle.
to say to the waitress, okay, mental note, if I had to do it over again, I would have told dancing guy with the flashing lights who was going to deliver, and the champagne, after you deliver to them, give them two glasses and then bring the rest to us. And then at least, but we were so parched, we were so traumatized from overspending for this bottle that Della and I would not even buy ourselves a water. We were like, oh my God, what did we just do?
Tracy drank enough for us, though. Tracy had a grand time. We had a great time. Don't get
At
me wrong.
that point, it's like, screw it. I just spent $2,000. Well, it's another $1,000,
Well, you're right,
That's
but I
right.
think we were still just a little traumatized, and
Okay.
We were. It was
Sounds
early.
like it.
I mean, she.
It was
she
early.
went on-
She came on early.
The venue was a nice venue, Kathy. It was outdoors.
It looked
It had
beautiful.
different sections.
Perfect
It was really
weather.
Lovely. She
Perfect
went on
weather.
at 8. She did it for like 2 hours. We danced the whole time. We gave her space. We did go over to say hi to Vic and give her a quick congratulatory hug, but we really didn't want to invade her space. And I don't
like
know,
some
Della.
people.
Should we have?
Well, I know people who do.
I still feel we did the right thing. She was ready to party. She was done, and in fact, we started talking with AK Sports first, and then Vic came running over with shots. Like she was ready to. I'm just here. I did my thing. I want to relax. So I didn't want to be
Right.
that fan. That was.
Yep.
Right. Because we are mamas. We're adults. We're mature
Right.
women. I don't like using the word mature, but
No,
you
it's
can
true,
read the
but
situation.
absolutely.
She's about to do. She's
Let
a
her go be
20
24. Let her go be
Right.
however the hell old she is. I mean, at that
exactly.
age, I was insane. I wasn't going to hang out and talk to a bunch of 60-year-olds, however the hell old we are.
Right.
Our
You know what I'm
average
saying?
age is 55. Let me clarify
all
that.
right,
I
okay.
added up all our
All right.
ages. Our average age is 55.
That's very good. If Lupe was still around, we miss Lupe.
Oh, that would bring our numbers down.
Yes, it would.
Our youngest mama dropped out. She was in her 30s, but
Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
honestly, if I, like I said, I'm watching it saying, oh my God, I want to talk to Vic and hang out with her so much. And she's going to look at me and say, oh, so nice of you, Mama.
Exactly.
All right.
I think we
Gotta
did
embrace-
okay.
Gotta embrace it.
It was fun, and I don't want to also forget to talk about, yes, Maserati did a fabulous job with Damiano, but Giorgio Armani. I mean, who else would do better in their little underwear commercial than Vic, our fabulous Vic, right?
Oh,
that was-
yes,
yes.
That
Oh
was
my
that was
God.
really lovely, and it is nice to see them getting these sponsorship opportunities because they can leverage
Individually.
their brand, make a few bucks.
Individually. I mean, they were Gucci
Individually,
as a
right?
band for so long. Now, individually.
But hey,
Why isn't Ethan doing something?
Thank you. I was
now?
about to say somebody needs to pick up Ethan and even Thomas. I mean, like you said earlier, Sandra, he's lanky. He is so into fashion. He does attend those fashion shows. He was in Paris Fashion Week with Vic. Somebody's got to pick those two up because they are beautiful as well.
Beautiful.
And they can showcase men's clothing in such a fantastic way.
Oh my God, Ethan wore a wedding gown. He can wear anything and look beautiful.
He wears those
Absolutely.
bustier things. I'm like, come
on.
on now. He's gorgeous.
He could do anything
and-
with the
and-
hair and the muscles and the face. Fuck, crying out loud. These people are gorgeous.
I know. but-
Well, I miss him. Where is he? We've seen Thomas.
yes, Ethan, we miss
We
you.
miss you, Ethan.
If it wasn't for Lavinia, we'd barely see Thomas.
Probably
I mean,
not. You're exactly right. And they
Thank
look
God for
beautiful
her.
together. I love her. I love
They really
him
do.
too. I love them together.
She has another Instagram page. Apparently, she's working for, I want to say, a talent agency now.
I believe she has something with
Yep.
the word next in it. We'll
Well,
have
no,
to
she's
get the exact time.
That's Next is the agency that Måneskin used to be with.
Is
Next
Exit.
Exit.
Is
It is
Måneskin.
well, all right, maybe it is Exit. Hang on a second. But she has something else. I followed it, and honestly, there's way more now. There's more Lavinia than there was before. I'm just looking it up right now. Okay, it's this Lavinia R. We know that one, and then it's Lavi R. Lavinia Russo.
Lavinia Russo. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll catch
it's
that later.
next. It's right next agency. Apparently, she's
Okay.
doing something, and some of the photos are fantastic. I mean, she's in some, and I guess she's
Yes.
doing something now. She's young too. I mean, maybe she's finally got a
She is
job
young.
she loves.
I think she
you
was
know?
still in college. I thought she was studying in Bologna. I could be wrong. Or she's from Bologna. I might be confusing those. Okay, so we know Vic DJing. That's going to wrap up, and we have festival season starting really, really soon. And we're all eagerly waiting to see the band reunite.
God, cannot wait.
And then some of the mamas did something crazy.
That's not crazy. crazy. Listen, that is not crazy.
Not crazy at all.
No.
It's who we
Not at
are.
all.
No,
You know, I would be there in a heartbeat. So I'm gonna have to
1000%.
vicariously
Yes.
live. Listen, I'm gonna get through this festival season and just heal, and then look out, world.
Look out next year. Look out
You look
2025.
out. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it on the DL, on the down low a little bit, and then. But you guys, listen. I love the fact that you're doing this. I just want you to be careful.
So tell them what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sandra.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 to 3 of the mamas because we're waiting on one of them.
No,
Oh, sorry, no,
3 to 4.
3 to 4 because FOMO. There. Just an aside, FOMO runs deep within the mamas. If some of the mamas are doing something and the others are not, they really can't handle it, and they find ways to participate in the same activity.
We know who they is.
They is. We give Kathy credit because she is able to manage her life when she participates when she can, and when she can't, she's good. 3 of us are confirmed for Tecate Emblema in Mexico City, and we will be there on the ground, queuing up, doing whatever sort of crazy stuff we need to do to hopefully get on the rail.
Oh, man, that's going to be something.
Even though we did buy the special passes that give us a viewing the elevated stage. It comes with, like, look, as long as I have better bathrooms and some
Right,
shade, and
definitely.
I can get a decent meal and drink during the process, I'll...
YOLO.
Yeah.
I don't have FOMO. I have YOLO.
YOLO. So I've never been to Mexico City. It is an interesting city. I look forward to discovering it. But, I'm still probably a little bit anxious because, you definitely hear a lot of negative reports about travel to Mexico. But it is a city. It is cosmopolitan. And hopefully our girl Della will be able to join us as well.
I'm hoping. We'll see.
don't know.
I will know
Okay,
more. I'll
we'll
know.
see.
I'll know a little bit
Wait a
more
minute.
this
Della
Wednesday.
she's the 4th?
I'm the 4th.
She would be the 4th. She
okay.
was supposed to be the 3rd, but then Tracy cut her off.
Tracy's like, I'm buying a ticket.
All right.
I'm in. I'm going. So they've all just that I will know more I'll know a little bit more this week, and then I'll hopefully know more next week whether I can do it. So I am lucky to have the ability to book last minute. So you never know. I might just show up there that Thursday, and
Beautiful.
you guys are there, and I'll show
that
up
would
here.
be beautiful. That would be beautiful. So I have a ticket to Pink Pop, which I bought while I was queuing in Manchester, talking to the Dutch. There's a lot of Dutch ladies there that were knocking. They're like, Pink Pop, you might want to get your ticket. So I just opened the app and I bought myself like this $100 ticket. Not sure how I'm going to get there, if I'm going to get there, but yeah, let me buy this ticket. So whether or not I go to this Pink Pop Festival, which is June 21st, remains to be seen. If I sell it or if I lose the money, it won't be the first time I've bought tickets to a Måneskin event that I've lost money on.
Me too.
So.
Right.
Sure.
Exactly. I lost money on some Los Angeles tickets.
matter.
But then the things that we've gained in other places,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the 3 of us
I'm
were
not even
all
thinking
at
about
the
it.
dress rehearsal in Lidditz.
Oh, Lidditz.
Let's
said
talk
it right.
about Lidditz. Let's talk about Lidditz.
Wait, we never talked about Lidditz yet?
amazing.
Do you want to save that?
We can save it to next time.
Because that's
we can.
big.
We can.
That
we
was-
can
that was
save those
big.
intimate because we do have plenty of intimate
We do.
Yes, we
moments
do.
with Måneskin to share. Della is the luckiest
Yeah, she wins
sweepstakes
everything.
winner.
I don't know
She
how.
wins
on earth.
everything.
I don't know how.
Listen,
to-
she'll have plenty of stories.
My lucky thing is I went outside to have a cigarette and walked into an empty lobby, and who was walking at me? Damiano.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was a moment. So
Mama moment.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was a good mama moment. And then I ran upstairs and said, Tracy, oh my God, go look, oh my God. And she ran down and it was.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about
Listen,
that.
we have.
And,
I think we should talk about intimate meet and greets.
yeah,
and
we'll,
things
we'll
like
do
that.
we'll do a whole episode on intimate meetings.
Because so many of them.
'Cause I have an
I'm
intimate
just so
moment with
glad we
Damiano as well, though.
Okay, okay. All right. So as a group, I think one of the questions we did get is how the mamas were formed. We can give a little background on that. I mean, it's an evolving thing. It's very organic. Everyone brings something different to this. I mean, we're all unified by Måneskin. We're all in this age and stage of life where we're able to participate in this fully. Maybe that we have access to airline, or we have disposable income, or we're remote workers, we're empty nesters. You know, we're definitely women who are wise and don't give a bleep. And Kathy, I can never get the Italian phrase right.
No me frego
What's
un
on
cazzo?
Thank you very much. It's on my Måneskin jacket, but I can never get it right.
Oh, it's my favorite.
So-
besides that, thank you though. Yeah, no me frego un cazzo.
So,
Tapaculo.
as you know, 420, April 20th was now called Måneskin MåMås Day. I know it's also Cannabis Day, but that was the day of our Pomona, where the majority of us met each other in Pomona, California, at a Måneskin concert.
Was that in 22?
We didn't actually.
It was right between
Correct.
Coachella weekends.
Yes.
22.
So there was this sideshow. It wasn't very heavily publicized. And somehow I found out through social media that Kathy was going to be there. I'm going to find her in the crowd. I was there with my son, so I had arrived a little late. And I think in the meantime, Kathy, you had already met up with the other women and formed a little thing around it, and I ended up being a little bit on the sidelines. But fast forward to Hammerstein, which happens like 6+ months later in December. We do all organize. We have people coming from
All of
Minnesota, from Chicago, from Texas,
From Portland,
unbeknownst
Oregon.
to us, Della is there because we don't know Della.
Yeah.
We don't meet Della until like a year, not even
Right.
a year, whatever,
A little
another
less
6
than a
months
year,
later.
6 months. But we had Squirrel was there too from Oregon.
Squirrel, we do have Squirrel with us, and she could be Squirrel Spice, by the way. I know
She
we
could
went
be
through all
Squirrel
the spices. So we meet in December, and then we have such a great moment together for those 2 days, queuing online, enjoying ourselves. Then Kathy,
Dressing
I think
up.
you suggested the jackets
Right.
soon after that. We come back, Hammerstein takes place December. You suggest the jackets. We get the jackets. By the mid-January, somewhere around the 23rd, Måneskin's in town doing the pizza and the meet and greet. So
Right.
we all show
We
up with
have
our
the jackets. Yes.
We have the jackets. And that gets the attention of CBS News.
Yeah.
And we end up sort of getting a little pseudo notoriety. I decide I'm starting an Instagram. So I open up the Instagram. I'm like, guys, we need to post.
0 to 60 in 3
0
seconds.
60, yeah. So then come the summer. Now that's January. Come the summer, we're in Rome, and Casey speaks with Della because Casey is also somehow aware of you.
I was aware of Della at that point.
I
knew
wasn't
who
aware of
was.
Della. For some reason, I missed this whole thing, Della.
No,
I'm so
Della
sorry.
and I have had conversations.
Yes, I
before
was
that, for
totally
sure,
aware of
yeah.
Kathy. And I'm walking out. Okay,
Yeah.
how many people at this Rome concert during the stadium?
Oh my
tour?
God, that was hilarious. There was
70,000 plus.
80,000 people.
And out of
And we just happened to-
all in Rome, in Italy, and I'm walking out with my group of friends, my mamigas, and we're walking out, and I hear Della, and I'm thinking, who knows me in Rome, Italy? And it's Casey standing there, and I'm like, are you speaking to me? And how do you know I speak English? Like, what's going on here? And she's like, we're mamas, you're Della. And I'm laughing, and first thing I say is Kathy here? Because Kathy is who I knew
Oh my gosh,
as a mama.
is Kathy
I was the
here?
focus. Listen, I'm a loudmouth. I know.
That's great. Listen, if we were all the same,
We are all the
it
same
wouldn't
in
be
some
interesting.
ways.
In some ways,
in
but we
some
all
ways
bring
we're not.
different
Yes.
things
Yes,
to
absolutely.
it. So
I bring my teacher voice.
And then at some Casey is interesting because Casey suggested hey, like Della has a lot of travel flexibility. She can keep up with this whole thing we're doing. And when Kathy bowed out of the Dublin show, who was supposed to be my roomie, and I think Della, you might have been considering it anyway at that point. I was like, well, look, I'm gonna have space, and so then Della and I were roomies. And we found out we're very compatible in terms we both get up very early.
Yes, we do.
Relative to the other mamas.
Yep, me and Casey, 11 o'clock in the morning.
And Tracy's
Casey
one
and I
in the
will sleep all
afternoon.
day. Tracy's worst. She's the worst.
Yes.
But Sandra and I are up at
That's very
sunrise.
true.
Yeah, we're up at this morning. So every morning, I think I'm the first one to read something. Nope, Texas Stella has read it before me, and with the time difference, how do you pull that off?
Casey did because she read it at 1 a.m. Because Casey's up at 1 a.m. That's why she sleeps till 10 in the morning. She posts things and sends messages to us. I'm like, damn, girl, you got 2 young kids. How are you not sleeping? She's amazing.
She does it.
It's funny, but being from all over the country is to our advantage, really, when you think about
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
it. Pretty funny. Della. Getting her.
It's getting Della. Della. I know we all want to sing Umbrella.
Under my il ballo Della.
Oh, you know how I
to-
love the fact that my name is on Damiano's chest. Y'all know that.
No shit.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
do you know that when I was growing up in my Italian household, my father used to say to me, Caterina, just always enjoy the dance of life. Don't worry about the little things. Enjoy the dance of life. The dance of life. And then my mother would say, you mean a ballo della vita? And, she had less of an Italian accent. But it was part of my life.
I love it.
So all these things happened. I mean, I fell in love with everybody. And then I was like, what the hell has it got on his chest?
I love it. That's awesome. That's not a tattoo on you yet, huh?
No, I can't figure out where I want it. It's probably going to by my Brachihara thing.
Yeah, let's bring it full circle now. Let's come
Okay.
back to the tattoo. Kathy, where will your Måneskin tattoo be, and what will it say?
Right by this music note, which is part of my life.
Love
Can't
it.
really tell.
So it's on your forearm, right?
my wrist, my inner wrist. I
Your
want
wrist,
Ma.
okay.
I just
You
want Ma right
You
there.
just want Ma.
The one
same
that
Ma
they did.
that Damiano covered up.
Yeah, and El Ballo della Vita means more to me even than just Ma. You know what I mean? El Ballo della Vita is something that I might want to hear in the same way of his because it's meaningful to me. I don't know. I want a zillion tattoos. I want Essero sempre vero on me somewhere. Always be true from Ventane.
Okay.
I want so many things, so many things. I don't have enough room on my body for what I want.
All right. Well, there's the
Honestly.
unexposed body that can
Right.
surface.
Well, no, yeah, for
would
sure.
Would you get a Måneskin tattoo?
I
Or
probably
would you get another one since you have one?
it probably would be music related, like Kathy's. I love the music note. We are a musical family. No, I do not sing, but I do play the violin. My daughter plays violin. She's a singer. We talked about getting matching tattoos of some sort. I don't think she'd get a Måneskin tattoo, even though she appreciates them. She's yet to see them in concert with me. I can't believe it. But I don't know. I've been, like I
Wow.
said, I've been really thoughtful about what the next one will be and where. She got a beautiful one on her forearm. That says faith over fear, which I love for her. She's just about to turn 19, finishing her first year in college, and I love that she's just going out there and tackling the world. So I want
She got that from her mama.
apparently, I don't know, she probably got a lot of other crazy shit too that I feel sorry for, but it is what it is. But anyway, it's something musical. I know that. Måneskin, I don't know if I'm gonna go. If it's going to be that specific or not, but it will be something like I love the Italian. Like I feel when you guys post the Italian videos, that one we posted earlier, the black and white with Rome.
Oh,
Like I just,
God.
gosh, I'm like, okay, I got to go this summer. I got to
Can I
go.
give you a little advice? I got to give you a little advice though.
Okay.
If you think too much about a tattoo, you will not get one. If you overthink it, it'll never happen. If you
How
want a
old
tattoo,
were you when you got your first one, Kathy?
I think I was 19. My mother shit a brick. Oh my God. It was a tiny little moon and star. I've since covered it up, but she lost her mind.
Why'd
She
you
lost her
cover it
mind.
up?
My mother. I covered it up because I didn't know much about tattoos. I just knew I wanted to start. So I got this moon and a star, and nobody told me not to go right in the ocean. So I went right in the ocean. I never covered it up. I never took care of it. So it got fadey. And I covered it up with, I think the one on my ankle, plumeria, hibiscus, palm trees, just a floral design. But yeah, I was young and then I just kept going. But when I want one and I have the time and I definitely want to go, I just go. And I had to say to my guy, all right, this is what I want. Can you draw it up and let me know how it looks? This is my idea. And he's like, I don't like that. Do this instead. And you have to have somebody you trust, obviously. I have my son, Brett, he's in there. He wanted to get a tattoo and he went to a girl and she did it okay, but it wasn't great. He has the Captain America shield on his arm. So when he picks up his arm like this, it's a Captain America shield. And then hers faded and he went to my guy and it's gorgeous. It looks like it's beat up, like it's been through the war.
Interesting.
So he wanted that. He wants more too, but I'm not paying for his, so he has to, whatever. But like I said, Della, go to the tattoo guy. Say, I have this idea for my daughter and myself, something to do with music. Let him draw it up.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it because now you've committed to this guy doing work for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna
You
have
know?
to do that. Okay. Good.
I got
good
EVH
advice.
tattooed on myself. EVH tattooed on myself at the moment of
I love that
death.
though.
You know what I mean?
Love that.
Just random.
I totally.
Yeah, I love it too.
What about
I
you,
do.
Sandra?
I totally love it.
I've never been drawn to it, and I'm trying to understand why. And I think it's the permanence, right? And maybe that's a little bit of I could be an indecisive person, right? So I would wear a fake one or a temporary one. I'm not ready to commit to anything permanent. I'm just not there. It's not a calling I have. I think it's a calling. I think to certain people, they get
It is.
called to the creativity, the
Yes.
expression of it all.
Not only
And
that,
it's-
but it's more than that, which is the strangest thing. And a lot of people who have a lot of tattoos will say the same thing. I'll be sitting there getting this tattoo, this giant thing, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, this fucking hurts. Oh my God, Jesus, is that the black? Are you on the bone? When am I getting my next one?
Ooh, you just
like
hit
that. It's nuts.
Well, apparently it releases the pain, also releases a hormone. I don't want to say it's an endomorphin, but that kind of get that because it becomes an addiction. If we go back to the psychology of it and everything, you get one. Oh, it hurt like it hurt so good. You get it, and then
it
you
didn't
feel
hurt
this release.
good. I'm gonna say it does not hurt good.
You feel like you just it does something. It's got a little zing.
But it's it's not after the tattoo. It's not. It's during the pain.
You're already thinking about the next one.
Crying and God damn this and make an appointment right away. It's the weirdest thing.
There is a psychology to it. I hope to bringing it for a full circle. I hope Damiano stops a little bit. I don't know.
He better not touch his face.
You know.
Just keep his face in his neck. His neck and his face.
I love that one that comes up a little right here. That there's one.
That's okay.
That's
not bad.
I love it.
That's
and then
cutish,
he's end
but
right
that's
there.
it. Yeah, that's it. End it.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might go for more. Did you know that the Jesus Christ on his thigh, he has lettering on it that says "Je suis Christ"?
I am Christ.
In French. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just saw that in an interview with him.
I did not know that.
When his hair was long and he was all Jesus-y.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Wild. Yeah, I think
Well,
maybe
ladies.
I'm gonna say like 50% of his tattoos have a lot of meaning, and the other half are like anime or a Japanese cat. But some of them, he's got matching tattoos with Georgia. How does he feel about those?
He'll cover. Why isn't he covering those up?
Interesting.
For next time.
She's so beautiful. I know.
Next time, ladies, I
Intimate
salute
moments. Intimate moments.
There's
that
been
we
some
met
confessions.
With, yes.
There's been lots of conversation.
No, but
Salute.
next time
Cheers.
we're talking about our individual meet and greets and our experiences and feelings.
Absolutely.
And I have a blanket to prove it. I have a blanket to prove it. What does that mean, folks?
DNA.
She got a blanket
She's got a blanket from her meet and greet with Damiano.
Come back next time, and you'll find out why I have a blanket to prove it.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Ciao,
All right,
ladies.
girls.
Ching, ching.
Okay, bye.
Ciao.
Ching, bye.
Arrivederci.
We want to thank you for joining us as we talk about all things Måneskin. We hope you join us next time. And don't forget, keep living la dolce vita. Ciao.